Alright everybody, hello, welcome to another stream. You're probably wondering what the hell is this death battle image thing doing on the screen right here. Well, we're about to begin a prediction. I just gotta wait it late for Gilda to get me in here. So just get the request to speak thing going. But yes, it's been a long time since I've done a death battle prediction. The original plan, ladies and gentlemen, was I was originally going to do a prediction for Wily Cat versus, well, pretty much Wily Cat, Wily Coyote versus Tomcat, originally. But
could you ask the thing again?
Right. Give me a sec. I was drinking coffee. Let's see here. Accept. There we go. There we go. Let's see here. Enable reactives.
Alright, I'm just gonna let you know I'm gonna be heavily sourcing the G1 blog here.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna refer to. Since that's...
I'm gonna do it for Bardock, I guess.
But yeah, literally, like I was saying before, it's been a long ass time since I did pretty much a death battle prediction.
Oh, this is my first time, actually.
Because originally my plan was to predict Wily Coyote versus Tomcat, but Rooster Teeth Shutdown kinda kerfuckled everything.
Yeah.
So I've been doing nothing but gameplays, streams, whatever, while I waited for Death Battle's inevitable return, which glad it did return in some capacity.
I mean, it is returning. It's not like it's not in full capacity. It's just indie now.
Yeah, so hence why it's back. Now, this is the live scene. There we go. So, I know Bakugan will join us momentarily. We just gotta wait for him. But yeah, like I said before, it's been a long ass time, but I'm fucking back.
Hell yeah.
Sure, there was that VR chat personal thoughts on the Death Battle Kickstarter matchups and whatnot. Sure, I'm not too cracked up about Hulk versus Godzilla, but aside from one matchup that I'm not looking forward to compared to a ton that actually sound like bangers, I'd say it's an all-star lineup.
I mean, it's a hell of a blunt rotation.
Oh yeah. But yeah, sure it didn't get as much views as I was hoping, but it did serve its purpose as the sign of me coming back. So
Yeah.
At least that is something. So let Bakugan know that we are currently waiting.
Chad James, 41 minutes ago, tweeted a happy first day of Skeletober, everyone.
Yep, they're kicking off the spooky months.
Okay, I'm gonna predict this, or should I save it for the prediction video?
By all means, whatever.
I'll just say it. They said that one of the first 4 episodes, including Bardock vs. Omni Man and Bowser vs. Eggman, they said if you're a fan of if you remember the Tournament of Champions, you may recognize this. I think it's Sans versus Judge.
If Sans versus Judge shows up, it'll break the internet. Like, I will definitely...
It's either that or Lose versus Ann.
I mean, regardless, it'll break the internet. Especially with something like Sans being a giant meme.
Oh yeah, Sans, definitely.
I can definitely see Sans breaking the internet.
Yeah.
Just like
I
how
mean, no one's
Minecraft
gonna
Steve
get
broke the internet so hard it took forever to Twitter to repair itself.
I think that was actually Steve that did that.
Yeah, that's who I was referring to. Like, and I know this is off topic, but literally the day I saw Steve get into Smash, I was just like, they fucking memed it. They fucking memed it.
I remember when I was in. This was when I was still in school, but the Sora trailer.
Oh,
That was crazy.
So my first initial reaction before everything didn't want to work was like, I was like, oh, I can't fucking believe it. It was like Maximilian did when he saw Bayonetta get into Smash 4. But then there was another moment when they revealed Sephiroth. The moment I heard the fucking stinger for One Winged Angel, I knew exactly who the fuck it was.
Yeah, everyone knew.
I was like, oh my god, Maximilian dude's gonna freak the fuck out. And sure enough, I see his reaction, and then he was freaking. I was like, what the fuck is happening? And I was like, oh. It was so perfect. So, of course, there was Xenoblade, and then they brought in Tekken, which got me excited because I'm a big fighting game fanatic. But, yeah, so pretty much, if one of the other episodes out of nowhere ends up being another fighting game character, I will fucking cheer it on like no tomorrow.
They've talked about it. They said they want to do other ones before giving Killer Instinct like the 7th episode in a row.
Like Gargo's being one of those characters.
They need to do Blaze Blue again to redeem themselves with Ragnar versus Soul.
Oh my god, yeah. I was kind of annoyed that Soul won, and
That's not what I meant.
And the fact that it not really aged well.
Yeah.
Sure, I'm still somewhat annoyed that Soul won. Like, I do respect Guilty Gear and whatnot because I recently played it a while back. But problem with Soul versus Ragnar is that it's
mean-spirited.
That, and it just
Ragnar.
It just didn't age well. Plus, there's more stuff to Ragnar and Soul Bad Guy than there was anything else during that episode.
Remember the whole no one knows thing?
Uh-huh.
Off topic, I'm just paraphrasing what I saw on Twitter, but someone described Deku versus Asta as the modern equivalent of Ragnar versus Soul.
Deku versus Asta wasn't even that bad. That's the thing.
I mean, they mischaracterized Asta to hell and back.
I mean, sure they did, but at least they got one thing right. It was a battle that came down to speed rather than strength.
Yeah.
Because it was actually really close. I was like, okay, it's probably going to come down to speed since they're evenly strength, essentially. I mean, at least I was glad we got that over Miles versus Deku at the time, because at that time, Deku wasn't even in his prime.
I mean, I kind of still like, I kind of still like Deku versus Miles. I mean, I prefer, Miles versus Delson now, but still.
I liked Miles versus Static because, hey, you got to introduce a character from my childhood, and I was very pleased.
Yeah, Static... Yeah, I think Static is probably the best choice you could have done for Miles.
So, trying to do anyone else would be different, but that's Deku versus Delson. Miles versus Delson, oh my god, I can't even... I'm getting my battles mixed up. Like, now... Delson, like... When they introduced Korra into Death Battle, I was like, I swear to god, if they fucking put her against Rey... It'll be the only time I cheer Korra on because there's an even more evil threat compared to the other two options that Korra was given. Which I'm glad Korra fought Storm, and I was laughing and cheering at how hard she got clapped. And I was like, what the fuck is Korra gonna do to an Omega-leveled mutant? So Bakugan is here.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, but he's muted currently. I don't know why.
Oh. Hey, Bakugan, request to speak. Like,
That's probably why.
yeah. Oh, here we go. Invite to speak.
But yeah, literally. And now that we're getting an Aang versus Travel, which I'm actually curious how the hell they're gonna work Genshin into this. But from what I found out, Genshin is ridiculously overpowered.
You gotta accept the invite to speak. I've sent it to you twice. You denied the first one. Bakugan.
Hey, Bakugan, click accept.
That's the invite to speak. Accept it.
Ah.
There we go. Alright, we should give it a second.
And
Give it a second.
mm-hmm. But yeah. Literally, the moment they brought Bowser and Eggman back, I was just pleased because one, they haven't been on the show in a long time, and two, Bowser was kinda done dirty in his fight with Ganon.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, come on. Why is it taking forever now?
I have no idea. But literally, the moment I saw that fight, I was like, what happened? Where's the Giga Bowser? Where's the Beast Ganon?
Oh, Giga Bowser was not.
I mean, sure, Giga Bowser wasn't canon, but I was kind of expecting something along those lines, like a Titanic Clash or something.
I mean, he grew big.
That's all we got from Bowser, was he just grew big. Like, we didn't get Beast Ganon, which kind of disappointed me.
Okay, seriously, why is it not letting him in?
That is weird.
It should be letting him in. Like,
Hmm.
he sent a request and I accepted it.
Huh. That is rather weird. But yeah, literally, the fact that... And then they did Ganondorf versus Dracula, which I was pleased with, because it was a battle that ironically happened on my birthday, of all things. Don't know what to do. Just click the... Dude, just click the accept button.
It's request to speak. Like, you've been invited to stage multiple times.
He's on his phone.
Yeah, it should still allow it. Like,
Could still allow it.
here, I'll just hit invite to speak. He should be able to hear us. Like,
Yeah, he should.
you think if I spam it, it'll work?
Hmm.
Yeah, I sent it twice. Come on.
That is rather weird. But yeah, like, like, when it came to Ganondorf vs. Dracula, I was very pleased with it, especially with the fact that it was a boss fight. A proper boss fight.
Bakugan, just leave and rejoin. We'll see if that works.
Yeah, that's probably what's going on. Alright, let's
Invite to speak.
see here. And moment of truth. Let's see here, where's my Discord?
You should have gotten. You should have gotten the invite.
That is weird.
Try requesting. You should still be able to
Oh, there's Nuke.
nuke. Bakugan's stuck. You should still be able to do it on your phone. Like,
Did you invite him to speak?
yes.
Huh.
Multiple times.
And for some reason, it's Bakugan's having trouble.
Yes, there is Bakugan. That's the invite.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there should be a thing you can accept. It's probably in the text thing. Text chat. Do you not see it?
Oh, request what? Well,
It should be a
Bakugan
thing
request
you
to
can
speak,
press.
but the thing disappeared before I could accept it.
That's
That is strange.
no, I clicked it.
Oh,
Why?
Hmm.
I'm just fake. You see if I need to change something.
Might as well get music for background. That way, it's not pure dead silence. For those.
Bakugan, are you sure you're accepting it? Like,
You can hear us. It's not the issue I have where I just can't connect voice channels sometimes.
you tap the hand icon.
There we go. I'm gonna use Heihachi's theme as background noise while we figure this out. I know it doesn't fit fucking Omni Man or Bardock, but can you blame me? I'm doing this for the sake of my madness. So.
Huh?
Yeah, let's see here. I tap the hand icon. I don't know what else to do. That is.
Yeah, I'm looking it up on here.
Alrighty.
That doesn't help at all.
Bakugan, I did a thing. Is Yeah, but you can just like speak on stage.
There we go.
Yeah, I made Rocky
Oh, there we go.
moderator.
There we go.
There we go.
Sorry, muting yourself for a bit
Sent
there.
the invite.
Also,
Speak, yeah.
why do you guys sound quiet?
What are you talking
Might just
about?
be
What do you
audio.
what do you
For some
mean?
reason, you almost sound quiet on my end. Is there like a microphone setting to a?
There's
Adjust-
user volume. Like,
Probably just try turning up the user the user volume. The user volume. Fuck it. The user volume.
If I do that.
Ugh.
How about now?
I mean, I guess I can.
Testing.
Is that better?
I'm adjusting the volumes from my end, so yeah.
Yeah, it's most likely that. 'Cause I can hear you guys just fine.
yeah, I can hear everyone just fine too.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna dip out.
Hope I didn't miss anything.
No, you didn't. In fact, you arrived just in time because we were just waiting, trying to get you in here.
Yeah.
So yeah, like Gilded said, we're going to be using the G1 blog.
I also looked at the G1 blog as well. I even looked at the Finn article for Bardock, and they did him dirty in the feet section.
Well, then again, it is just a blog, so it's not really going to be accurate to the final episode. No. Alright. So.
You could have done this on a call. It would have been better, honestly.
Eh.
Eh.
Or in VC chat.
I mean, we can work things out later another time, but for now, we got ourselves a prediction to get to.
Alright, so who are we doing for
What was that?
I said, who are we doing first? Who are we going to predict on first? Who are we going to cover first? Omni Man or Bardock?
Well, let's start with Omni Man.
Alright.
So, what do we not know about Omni Man, other than that he's a evil asshole?
A Viltrum knight that's hell-bent on taking over an entire planet, massacred the Guardians of the Globe, basically left the planet after realizing what he's done, went to another planet to basically get with another alien, and then being taken prisoner to the Viltrum Empire.
And of course, there's more to it than just what Season 2 showed off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like how he eventually got free, became leader of the new thing, and then the old one clashed with the new, and vice versa. I could go into details, but it's pretty much stuff that is from the comics at this point.
Yeah, well, like the preview for Omni in Death Battle stated, after leaving the planet, he basically drifted off into space for God knows how long, while he kept his breath. I'm surprised that he didn't manage to die from a lack of oxygen. Didn't New Alzad basically say that the planet that he was from was like a couple light years away?
Who was that? I'm not familiar with Invincible.
Let's see here. Well,
Crap. Can you guys not hear me right?
we can hear you.
I can hear you. I have to turn you up, but I can hear you.
Yeah, let's see if I'm gonna turn you up on my end as well. One.
Just to be sure, we are recording, right?
Oh yeah, I'm currently live right now, so.
Okay.
I'm not really recording. I'm just here for the prediction.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I'll be doing more stuff after the prediction. That way stuff is... That way I can still keep a consistent stream or whatever.
Wait, where are you streaming at?
Twitch.
Oh.
That's where I usually stream. But anyways, so we know not Bardock. Omni Man has fucking smart atoms.
Which I didn't even know about, honestly. If you told me that Viltrumite can basically control their own smart atoms on how they can do it and biologically, I'd be surprised. In fact, didn't Thaddeus rip off his own beard?
So yeah, apparently with smart atoms, Omni Man's suit, from what I understand, can take a lot of punishment. I mean,
Just like how Mark Floyd was able to still survive from being vaporized.
Mm-hmm. And on top of that, his suit did tear from all the rapid punches, but he didn't even flinch from that.
Yeah, he basically taked it like it was nothing. Sure, Omni-Man might be a brute, but while he was trying to slaughter the Guardians of the Globe, he was basically struggling it.
Yeah.
He barely tried to keep up with them while he was trying to massacre them.
It's...
What else is there about Omni-Man?
Thank you.
There is his planet-busting feat, but it required 200 other Viltrumites, his son and probably his grandfather, to destroy it. Was it his grandfather or was it Thaddeus?
Again, it's been... I don't remember much of the Invincible comics, but... God,
I know what you're talking about, but yeah.
Yeah.
The G1 blog says it's Thaddeus.
Okay, so it is
Status.
that General Thaddeus, so...
But the G1 blog does say, due to the context we have surrounding Viltrum's size, this feat's exact placement is debatable. See before the verdicts.
Alrighty.
Also, I'm sorry I'm not talking that much, but I have a lot more to say on the Bardock part, so...
That's fine. I mean, it's pretty much... Most of the Omni-Man stuff we're just covering from the Omni-Man and Homelander episode, since it pretty much covered the majority of the first part.
Yeah, yeah.
And we had... Let's see here. Coalition of Planets, various heroes and villains, Viltrum Empire... Pretty much, we got the feat where Invincible smashed Mars's moons into the planet by working with the tick. Apparently that's a thing, I guess.
Yeah, some of the crossovers.
Kind of shocked we're not going with the Spawn crossover, but I mean, they can only do so much.
We'll talk about the crossovers later on the G1 blog.
Alright.
Can crossovers count in this prediction? Or...
I mean, I'm gonna count them for now until otherwise, so that's how I work things.
Wait, you're gonna count the Spawn crossovers? If that's the case, I get to use heroes.
That's fine. I mean, sure, knowing Death Battle's logic, they're probably not gonna use them, but for the sake of our prediction...
I think what someone who works on the team said, that before Rooster Teeth shut down, what they were doing was they weren't using the crossovers for Omni-Man, and for Bardock, they were only using the episode of Bardock stuff and Super Bardock. Like the main canon now, and Z Bardock.
So, the cross...
Thing, if you do the Pilverine thing, where you go up to Pilverine and turn on his 3 things,
Sorry about that, guys.
you get a lot of stuff.
Okay.
You get a lot of points for
Okay.
that. Sorry.
Ugh. Apparently my stepdad forgot I was streaming.
Powers
Anyways.
For Omni Man's power, he has superhuman strength, which as a Viltrumite, he was able to easily bench press 400 tons and is strong enough to carry cruise ships which can weigh well over 100,000 tons. Superhuman speed, as demonstrated on that planet that he massacred. Superhuman durability, which he has near invulnerability, allowing him to shrug off gunshots and even planetary explosions. Inexhaustible stamina, longevity, flight, obviously. Apparently has telepathy. As he has alien technology in his ear that allows him to hear and transmit other people's thoughts. Experienced hand-to-hand combatant, air manipulation, regeneration, reactive evolution, resistance to extreme temperatures, resistance to cosmic radiation, and resistance to earthly diseases.
Also love
As we already stated,
one of the feats literally saying overall that he got pictures of Spider-Man.
hilarious. According to from the feats of the Fanon article, it says here that he single-handedly killed the Guardians of the Globe, which he struggled against. Effortlessly killed the Immortal twice. Stated to be the strongest hero on the planet, can throw a baseball hard enough for it to travel around the world in 20 seconds, can crush skulls and tear people apart with relative ease, diverted an asteroid that was the size of Texas, which was moon level, by the way, can hold his breath for 2 weeks, comparable to Null, who lifted the city of Deerfield, Kansas, survived and escaped being trapped in an alternate dimension for 8 months, hurled an alien tank with ease, tanked an alien heavy weapon that destroyed his clothes, almost eradicated the Flaxen civilization, fought Alan the alien several times over the course of 15 years, comparable if not superior to Alan the alien who moved a starship out of a sun's orbit, comparable to Alan and Invincible, who could fly to the moon in seconds and Mars in just an hour, was completely unfazed by a satellite laser, which did make his nose bleed, but hey, at least he managed to hold him down. Split a cruise ship in half, caused a massive avalanche that buried an alpine village. Skills to Mark, who has moved a moon alongside the Tick and sent it crashing into Mars, which, by the way, yielded about 2.15 kilotons of TNT. Beat his son Mark Grace, Invincible, to near death. Flew from Earth to the Virgo supercluster, which is 65 million light years away in less than a week. Survived having his spine broken, broke out of and destroyed a maximum security prison alongside Alan. Punched Alan hard enough to send him into orbit. Wiped out the entire Flaxen race. Destroyed planet Viltrum alongside Invincible and Thaddeus. Comparable to Supreme and Suprema, who can knock stars around like a kickball, which yielded about 234 zetatons of TNT. Able to somewhat hold his own against Thragon Conquest. Like his son Mark, no one possesses immunity to the Scourge virus due to his royal bloodline. Oh my god, I can go on about this. I'm just gonna send it in the message chat.
Yet despite all of that, Viltrumites are naturally weak to high-frequency sound, and their interior organs are very vulnerable. More vulnerable than the rest of the body. This is problematic for especially Noel's heart. Oh, this isn't so capable that he can regenerate from just his heart or something. That'd be stupid, obviously. It's the key to a Viltrumite's incredible survivability. Losing a lung or their liver is not game over, but severe damage to their heart will put them out of commission. Despite Nolan quite literally being ripped in half during the final battle against Thrag, it was damage sustained by his heart that actually led to his death. Not that being Gojo didn't put him out of commission or anything.
Ooh, got the Jujutsu Kaisen spoilers. Is it Bardock time?
So, yeah. I mean, Omni Man's got, like, probably speed hacks or whatever, but let's move over to Bardock.
Oh boy.
Where do I even begin with Bardock?
I feel like we should say what versions they are going to be using, like what the G1 blog used.
Might as well.
So, from what is shown in the episode preview
Oh.
and the
Blog.
yeah, they're going to be doing a soft composite of the original Z version of Bardock and the Dragon Ball Super version of Bardock, as well as episode of Bardock.
Episode Super Bardock barely did anything in the Broly movie.
But
But
he did
fight
more.
Gas.
He did more in his own movie.
But the Broly movie isn't the only time that Dragon Ball Super Bardock has appeared.
So yeah. And it's
I
bad.
said it wasn't, but
Which forms of Bardock that Death Ball are gonna be using? Super Saiyan 1, 2,
Well-
3.
well, if it's just the episode of Bardock, Z Bardock, and
Super Bardock, it's probably going to be just regular Super Saiyan.
Great Ape, we know that Great Ape is in there.
So
So no Super Saiyan 2, 3, and 4, huh?
if they
No.
were
But
to
you
use
wanna-
that, it would be in the heroes territory.
And you want to know what I gotta say though? He doesn't
What?
need it.
Yeah, you're probably right. Now, where do I begin with Bardock himself?
Here's one
Obviously,
thing.
Bardock.
Here's one thing that
is-
Bardock has that could actually be over Omni Man. The Scouter.
What about the Scouter?
It allows him to sense key levels nearby, and it also shows their locations and stuff. You know?
Can't he just sense energy?
No, I don't think he was actually taught that. He does have key manipulation though.
Fair enough, because most Saiyans basically can do that, and he can also easily destroy a planet, like what most.
There's
Saiyans
also
do,
the Saiyan physiology.
where he can't really age, despite the fact that he can be, despite the fact growing up.
His natural strength and stamina are far higher than that of an average being.
And he also has a
And
power
they
level that rivals
Right.
King Vegeta.
Yeah, by the time that the Father of Goku special starts, Bardock is already at a power level of 10,000.
And like I said, he was able to rival against King Vegeta, and yet he's classified as
But
a
they were
low
closing it.
warrior.
King Vegeta, which would work for scaling. Overall, Bardock has defeated several Friezas and Chilled soldiers, Lord Chilled himself, and Gas, exterminated life on several planets, started a family with Gine, one of the strongest Saiyans of his times. In one canon, became the very first Super Saiyan. His super version saved multiple lives, including Granola, Monito, and Kakarot. And his son went on to become one of the greatest fighters in existence.
And don't forget that he was able to take on a bunch of Frieza troops on a planet that his friends died.
Yeah.
And
For some of his,
Hmm?
let's go through some of his feats. Without the scaling, he caved in a Frieza soldier's skull in a single hit.
managed to take on a bunch of other Frieza soldiers in outer space.
Leveled multiple buildings in his Great Ape form. Can power through multiple Frieza soldiers, literally. And blasted Lord Chilled with a beam visible from space. He can move fast enough to vanish from sight, dodge blaster fire, flew out of planet Vegeta's orbit in seconds, and launched Chilled out of orbit in seconds. He rammed into Frieza soldiers, no issue. Endured several nigh lethal blows from Gas, tanked a blast from Dodoria, was fine after getting dogpiled by Frieza soldiers, and no soul attacks from Lord Chilled as a Super Saiyan. Also, this last one's debatable, but he survived the destruction of planet Vegeta in the episode of Bardock.
Yeah, but that was basically because of his psychic powers or precognition.
Yeah, should I go on to the scaling?
I mean, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, Bardock at the start of Bardock Father Goku, Bardock had a power level approaching 10,000. That is higher than what base Goku was during the Saiyan saga.
And the fact that he managed to rival against King Vegeta, despite being a low-class warrior.
Yeah, he was said to start to. He could have surpassed him, and King Vegeta destroyed 3 planets with a mere wave of his hand. Should I post the GIF or?
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
All right, King Vegeta.
I looked up a wiki for the official death battle. Wow, all he did was just wave his hands, and that's what he did. That man is something.
Yeah, 3 planets with a single wave.
Some of the names for Bardock's attacks honestly sound cool once you say it out loud. There's his Rebellion Spear, which he used to plow against through some of Frieza's men. The Final Revenger, which is basically him slamming his fists on another Frieza soldier. The Final Spear Cannon, which he used against Frieza despite dying. Key shots. And then there's the Flip Shoe, which he basically fools the enemy by having one of Frieza's men out of a stranglehold or something, using him as a shield to fooling the other enemy to attack through, and then blasting him off with a key blast or something. He's also a martial arts master. He also has a mastery in martial arts. And then
I should get into one of the scaling speed feats here. Because using Super Saiyan to scale to what Goku did halfway through the Namek Saga, Goku reacted to asteroids on a spaceship that was traveling to Namek, and the blog calcs that as between 224 C through 2.82 trillion C. If you don't know what C is, that's speed of light.
Mm-hmm.
And let's not forget the Rebellion Trigger, which he used it against Chill to blast him out of outer space.
Yeah. My prediction for the fight animation, they're gonna have him go Super Saiyan and then just recreate the Lord Shield fight with Bardock, with Omni Man.
I don't know, but we'll see. Devil Artemis is basically gonna take part of the animation.
Yeah.
And I've said multiple times, while I may not be too cracked up with these two fighting, I know how Devil Artemis works, and he knows how to cook. So, so he might be able to make this episode quite impressive.
And like you said before, Storm, the classics basically beat the new formula. If that works in this fight.
And again,
that kind of works.
I mean, it kind of works considering... let's see here. If I can look this up real quick. Invincible comic. Need to know when it first arrived. That way I can actually... So, it first appeared around 2003.
Alright, I'll just look.
And starting with...
And Bardock, Father of Goku, came out in 1990.
So, about 13 years.
Yep, so that means
There's a...
that Bardock made...
It might come down to Bardock winning.
Yeah, Bardock has a lot of stuff that he gets from scaling. That just absolutely gives him the stat trinity. With or without Super Saiyan.
I can see him winning this against Omni Man.
Sure, Omni Man may have the speed hacks. But it's probably going to come down to who's stronger.
According to G1, Bardock takes the stats trinity in spades, with or without Super Saiyan.
You think they'll let him use his Azaru form? Like,
Oh, they already showed it. They already showed it off.
In the preview, when they're in the Kickstarter, they literally showed it. Oh my god, I think I missed Stomping Homelander. So,
oh yeah, They didn't mention this earlier, but according to the G1 blog, it says here that he has graviton atoms.
No more flying pizza trays. Oh my god, we had to reference fucking Static Shock here.
Someone in the audience of the server we're in asked, who are you guys rooting for? Bardock all the way.
Bardock.
For me, I want to root Omni Man, but at the same time,
The evidence keeps stacking.
it keeps. There's a good chance I could get proven wrong, and this is not my first time ever getting proven wrong on an episode. Like Thor vs. Vegeta, which I thought was going to be a dumpster fire. Turns out it was the most goated fucking episode ever.
I just figured out how to basically increase the audio output on my end. Turns out I had to move this thing upwards, and it changed the audio output. I just realized that.
Mm-hmm.
I just like how one of the advantages on Bardock's part, I'm just gonna copy and paste it instead of saying it.
And then there was the other time where I was literally, despite the controversy for Goku vs. Superman 3, it ended up being one of the most amazing fucking masterpieces ever made.
Gilded, what is this? What am I
That's
reading?
one of the advantages they gave Bardock.
Spark super
Low,
low,
super
low, low,
medium,
medium,
low,
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 medium,
low, assist one, low, medium, low, medium, low, assist two, low, medium, low, heavy, super low, medium, assist twos, super assist ones, ultimate down.
Jesus,
And then for one
that
of the
was
disadvantages, they have a response to it, and
that's a fucking. That's literally a fucking fighting game chain command input.
that was a season 1 combo only.
There is no way they're going to put that in the episode. There is no way they're going to do that.
I know I keep saying it, but I want them to recreate the shield beatdown. Let me see if I can find a clip on it online.
That would be awesome. The way that he would basically slowly walk towards Omni Man while being menacing would be so cool. I gotta ask, does Bardock basically have control of his Ozaru form?
Yes.
A lot more control compared to likes of Goku.
Yeah.
When Goku first accessed it, he barely had control of it as a kid. And when Vegeta used it, he did have control of it. I guess that makes sense. So, whoopsie.
Yeah, I want them to recreate the shield beatdown. The
The
moment Bardock turns Super Saiyan, because
fucking disadvantages, though. Less skilled and experience, severe endurance, Raditz. That was season 1 combo only, by the way.
You only got the English sub of the beatdown, not the.
it was the first one I grabbed. I posted the clip many times, but
Mm-hmm.
But besides the 2 joke ones, Bardock basically only has 2 disadvantages. We didn't even talk about how the fact he has range.
Oh yeah, I forgot. The key manipulation that the Saiyans do basically have a range.
Sure, Omni-Man may be able to fucking fly at supersonic speeds to cause explosions, but...
Bardock can also fly.
And create
Out of the way.
explosions twice as more potent.
I mean, if you scale Bardock to halfway of what Namek Goku did because of how power levels work and stuff. There's a way to screenshot this, right?
Oh, it's
Hold
called the
on.
Riot Javelin, not the Rebellion Javelin.
Let's see.
Wait, that's Rebellion Spear. Whoops.
Let's see here. Can crossovers be used for scaling? So, some of them work whilst others don't.
Wait, hold on with that. I'm gonna clip something from
So, Spawn is...
the scaling section.
Yeah.
Let me just copy this. And this is from the scaling section for Bardock.
Goku reacted to asteroids on a spaceship that was traveling to Namek. 224 C to 2.82 trillion C. What's C?
Speed of light.
Oh, right.
Let's see here. So to break all this down, across any crossover character that shows up at Nolan's door is the invincible version of the character.
Yeah.
So, and they literally basically made it an example, like if Naruto shows up to fight the Ultramite Empire alongside Mark, that's the invincible version of Naruto. And if Mark shows up to fight Sasuke alongside Naruto, that's the Naruto version of Mark. Alt Naruto is not the main Naruto, and Alt Mark is not the main Mark, which is clarification out of the way we can go specific examples. So pretty much, them including Spawn was a one-time thing. From what I'm reading. Yeah. Let's see here.
That makes sense.
There it is. And there's the one time Spawn showed up.
Oh my god.
Because Invincible, while Invincible is a part of Image Comics, Spawn only showed up once.
That was kind of annoying. I was scrolling through the G1 blog and I just found this Viltrumite size and it said, your mom? Like, seriously?
Then there's Krillin throwing the sun disc. Like...
So,
Sundisk.
literally, this could be notable, however, this is the only time Spawn shows up in all of Invincible. He is not some recurring character like Tech Jacket is, and thus it is hard to justify this as anything other than some cool one-off cameo. So, pretty much, it's the Image Comics version of the time that Spawn appeared in Archie Sonic.
Yeah?
While I was scrolling through the blog, I found this image.
Like,
Basically.
as they referenced in the Trunks vs. Silver moment, can we go back to the part about Sonic the Hedgehog meeting motherfucking Spawn?
That was a thing back then. I found this.
Shad.
How did we get here?
Shad outscaling Omni Man. Based as fuck.
How is that possible? Isn't Chad like a human?
Yeah, but he does some weird. He does some soul stuff. I don't know how to. I don't know.
So yeah, literally,
He probably is a Chad.
arguments have risen up regarding Garlic Jr. and his Dead Zone being used for very high-end arguments.
I go, man.
I don't know if we can count the Garlic Jr. considering his movie was. I don't think Garlic's movie was canon. I could be wrong.
Yeah, but at the same time, Z Bardock isn't. But since Z Bardock was exclusive to the anime, anything that was related only for the anime and not the manga is canon to the anime.
Huh.
So that includes the movies.
So pretty much, our power levels bullshit. Well, yes, we all know that power levels are unreliable.
There's this one official artwork that I want to show that shows exactly what I mean. Like, yeah, here we go.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they showed this in an official
Dragon Ball game, I presume.
Official card, yeah.
That's an official card.
Yeah. And it's showing that GT Goku, who is basically the continuation of anime Z Goku, experienced the Z movies.
Yeah, And to this day, we never count GT ever happening because GT was its thing.
I like
Don't hate
GT.
me for when I say this, but sometimes I kind of wish that GT was canon. Sure, the writing in the show was not good. It would have been a good way to at least end Dragon Ball.
I mean, we're getting Daima, so
I mean, I'm not really
Yeah.
I'm not too cracked up about Daima and the whole recycling of the plot of Goku turning into a kid again.
at least everyone's a kid now.
And we get to see the point
I'm
of-
just not a fan
Oh,
of Baby Trunks and Baby Goten. That's gonna make me want to bash my head in.
Well, at least we get the flying Nimbus and the power pole back.
But at least we finally get to see Roshi in his youth.
He
I mean,
looks
we kinda
so
already
chill
saw
as
that.
a youngster. Funny enough, I saw a comic that basically showed Piccolo in his kid form, and Gohan basically tossing him to a mountain at full force.
You guys want to do a quick poll real quick to see who we determined?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'll make it.
Alright.
Are you enjoying the debate, Dr. Pingus? That's the Discord username, by the way.
Yes.
Such a classic name.
I just now realized that his fucking icon is literally a curbified sand.
You can even see like the camera angle lines in his PFP.
Ugh. But yeah. So pretty much Omni Man may have the fucking speed hacks, but
If he has the speed hacks.
And the fact that when I was scrolling through the G1 blog, I found the final tally section, and Omni Man's tallies are just 0, while Bardock is 9. I can see Bardock winning this.
I mean,
So for specific episodes though, what do you hope to see in the actual episode itself? Like,
Well, I hope that they bring the voice actor from the DBZ Abridged series for Bardock in the.
I could see that.
I mean, sure, I was, and I know this is not a related fight, but when Frieza versus Megatron happened, sure, I was never a big fan of Frieza. Which was why I was hoping for Megatron to win. I wanted Megatron to win so bad because I just didn't like Frieza.
Same.
But at least Megatron put up one hell of a fight.
To be
And
fair,
he-
Frieza barely used his black form.
Well,
in this fight.
I mean, it makes sense why he didn't use much of his black form because we didn't know much of what it could do. Other than one shot Ultra Instinct Goku and Ultra Ego Vegeta. That's all we got out of it.
Yeah. It didn't felt right, honestly.
Honestly, like, and I even still remember how I ended it. I was like, "Congratulations, you Frieza lovers! My childhood is in ruins. This is my worst nightmare come alive. All lost. I hate it." Proof that I just don't like Frieza in general. Not saying the episode was bad. I mean, Megatron somewhat won by destroying Frieza's heuristic ego.
Yeah, you're right. It was so satisfying to see
And he
rage like that.
And he technically lost, in a sense, because he kind of blew up the planet that he was trying to conquer.
Yeah, you're right.
So I'm like, so Frieza may have won the fight, but he lost his precious ego on the planet that he was trying to conquer. And just pissed off the whole Cybertronian race. Fantastic, Frieza. I hope you're ready to die. Because I don't... Now that I think about it, I don't think Frieza could withstand the fucking Matrix of leadership.
True that.
But yeah, But this isn't like Frieza versus Megatron, though. Literally, Omni-Man may not have a chance at this. Sure, he was able to beat the Homelander, but I don't think he's going to beat Bardock. As much as I want...
Plus, Homelander was a science experiment compared to Omni-Man.
Who
mean-
can't beat Homelander?
Yeah, he couldn't beat Homelander. Homelander couldn't beat him. It was just straight up
Homelander
bullying
can't
at
beat
that
anyone.
I mean, literally, fucking Double Artemis Fell literally just destroyed Homelander. By literally just... He was like, right, Kurt, hold my shot stuff.
Funny enough, the only person who Homelander can beat is Brightburn, and he's just a
Yeah.
kid.
That's literally the only fair fight for Homelander, and even then...
I mean, one matchup I've heard for Homelander was Wesker.
Yeah,
Albert Wesker?
yeah...
I don't see that happening for him.
I think Wesker fighting Kazuya makes a little more sense.
Hello?
Huh?
Is he still talking?
I don't
That's-
know. Hey, Storm, are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I
Oh.
thought you muted yourself.
No, I didn't mute myself. Let's see here. You know what? I'm just gonna probably vote Bardock because... At this point... I'm having little to no hope that Omni-Man might pull a lucky shot out of his ass.
Yeah, he's just gonna pull Bardock's fist out of it.
So...
Was that a reference to DBZA?
Yes.
I'll pull something out of my butt, and it will be Broly's fist.
Probably.
And that's another thing. Like, and I know this is not related, but ever since they brought Z Broly's normal form into Xenoverse, just hearing Johnny Young Bosch's voice coming out of Z Broly just didn't feel right. Like,
Well, I mean, you can't get the original guy.
because his career got screwed over.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Sean Schemmel.
Sean Schemmel, Chris Sabat, and Monica Rial. But let's not get ahead of ourselves on the whole fucking Rial jelly bean controversies.
I still can't believe that either.
But yeah, literally our final thoughts here for this prediction.
Bardock wins.
Bardock wins. It's sounding like it's not even a remotely close fight at this point. And if Death Battle's research team somehow finds thumb scaling that advantages of Bardock, I'm going to laugh.
And
What do you think is going to be the next episode after Omni Man versus Bardock?
I want to presume it's Eggman versus Bowser, but at the same time it could be something else. Considering that
I still predict that one of the episodes will be Sans versus Judge. Because they said something about the Tournament of Champions and stuff.
I mean, personally, I want to see Mega Man X versus Optimus Primal, mainly because I want to know the answer to one very important question. Can the Mother Elf virus take out Cybertronians?
And I
It's
want
not
Will
a
Mac
virus,
to
but-
happen.
I think it's either the Tournament of Champions episode that they hinted at. I think it's either going to be Sans versus Judge or Lose versus Am.
Either way, I'm curious how they're going to interpret those, if it does get confirmed.
It's kind of ironic that Wile E. Coyote and Tom Kim won, despite the fact that Kratos versus Azra is going to be in the season.
I mean, it makes
Yeah, they said they decided to throw the bone.
they're
I mean,
They were just like, yeah,
I mean,
fuck it.
got
They,
second place twice.
they were just like, yeah, fuck it, might as well include it.
It was at least nice to see Kermit basically into the fight with the Chaos Blades.
And I was just like, okay, so we are getting Kratos versus Asura. Finally, the battle of the button mash. And I want to see shit recreated from Asura's Wrath in this fight. Goddamn. I want to see them body the planet.
I want to see Azura punch Kratos on the planet and see what Kratos can basically do. Like they did that for Scooby versus Courage, except Courage screamed so hard it shattered Scooby.
And yet none of them died. The only person that died was fucking Eustace to the chest of demons.
Yeah.
And sure, while I'm not really too cracked up about Hulk versus Godzilla, I mean, I did eventually come to the conclusion that it could be one of those situations where neither can kill each other.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, you said Bowser versus Eggman, right?
Yeah, I presume that Bowser vs. Eggman will happen, because let's be real, we haven't had those two in a long-ass time.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
already
you're
confirmed.
right.
Plus, it'll be a bit... Plus, if Dracula vs. Ganon can give me a boss fight battle, pretty sure Bowser vs. Eggman can do the same thing. And I'll literally laugh when it does well, no matter the outcome, because I don't care if Mario or Sonic characters win either of their matchups or whatever, as long as it's good. But seriously though, Bowser vs. Ganon, take notes! Because that is an example. Bowser vs. Ganon was an example of a boss battle done terribly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Whereas Ganon vs. Dracula, on the other hand, was perfection at its finest. So yeah, that's pretty much our thoughts on Bardock versus Omni Man. Literally, Bardock will most likely win this, considering the amount of fucking shit that has to go into this fight outside of crossovers. And the fact that they're literally this blog literally just references a fucking fighting game chain combo. So, yeah, that was the prediction for Omni Man vs. Bardock. As I said, I am back
Pretty much.
with predictions now. So, Death Battle is going to slightly return to its scheduled format, but it'll be slightly different. But it's returning to normality is essentially what it is.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they're going to return to the old format that they did for season 1 and 2 this time, instead of sticking to the format they're used to.
I think it probably might have been an easier way to do it. Because knowing how some things got rushed, like for example, Akuma vs. Shao Kahn with the fight, where the quality of the animation was god-awful.
And the fact that there was no way that Shao Kahn would be able to defeat Akuma.
I mean, if you really think about it, he scales to Elder Gods, so I was just like, I completely forgot about the fact that he scaled to Elder Gods. And this was before MK1 rewrote the timeline once again! Where Shao Kahn's no longer an emperor, but more of a fucking general.
General Shao.
now that we did the prediction, I think we can now wrap this up, right? Let's see here. What did
Very much.
Dr. Pingus says? Thinks it's either Bowser versus Eggman or Kratos versus Asura. I mean, it could be either one of those. I mean, as Gilded said, it could be Sans versus Judge. For me, I personally want X versus Optimus Primal because I want another goddamn Transformers match like the Transformers fan that I am.
And I basically want another JoJo matchup. Basically another JoJo villain.
I mean, they could do Infinity Ultron versus Heaven Ascended Dio.
Oh yeah, the Xenoverse version of JoJo.
I mean, if you really want to call it a Xenoverse version of JoJo.
I mean, Eyes of Heaven basically had like more than one JoJo crossing over with each other, trying to fix their timelines and stuff, if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully one day Shadow versus Zero happens.
I personally want to see Mewtwo versus Shadow redone because, let's be real, the way they executed the original was god-awful.
Pretty much, yeah.
And with the Doom powers involved, it could easily work that somehow into the fight without it being like, oh, make the voice acting worse, make Shadow die to a silver spoon, and that's what all she wrote.
Why did they even mention a silver spoon in the fight? What was it supposed to symbolize?
A Shadow vs. Mewtwo rematch needs to happen. Yeah, though I don't mind Chief versus Doom, mainly because I want to see their new shit. But at the same time, there's a bunch of episodes that can get rematch potential and whatnot.
Like Ben 10 versus Green Lantern.
Do we really need that fucking controversial episode involved?
I mean, to be fair, I basically got the entire Ben 10 fandom mad, so... What else?
The only reason... Now, here's the thing. I picked the Green Lantern because that was what I grew up with before Ben 10. But looking back at it now, they could have done better with the aliens. Like, they barely showed off all of Ben's aliens. If Ben vs. Lantern 2 happens, then Green Lantern still whoops Ben. But yeah, I mean, that's another reason why I don't want it to happen, because it's gonna be Goku vs. Superman 2 all over again.
Maybe they can choose a different opponent for Ben this time. Some people would say Naruto Uzumaki for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean... I wouldn't really want to see that happening. Some people would say Giorno Giovanna, Kira Caruso from Persona 5, maybe Danny Phantom.
Joker vs. Giorno would be one that would be peak. Though I would like another... Though I want to see another mythology fight. Like, come on. You can't just close off the mythology fight possibilities with just Hercules versus Sun Wukong. I want to see Hades versus Anubis or Zeus versus Odin. Come on, give me something to work with here.
Yeah, I also kind of want a water-themed mythology fight to happen, like Poseidon versus Susanoo.
Susanoo is more of the god of wind and storms than the god.
Oh, then who's the sea god in Japan mythology?
That would be Ryujin.
Oh, huh.
Is there anything else that needs to be discussed? Like,
No, I think that pretty much wraps up the prediction for this particular episode.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, thank you, Stormin and Gilded, for having me on the prediction. I'll see you
I
next
also need
time.
to thank Storm for having me.
Not a problem.
Well, I'll see you two next time for the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Say.
Hello everyone, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you want to support the channel, feel free to subscribe or follow the red or purple platform of your choice, and continue my ventures in the Storm Garden as well as the Hedge Fleet. Thanks again for watching. If you want to see more videos, they'll be on the left and right of me. Till then, the Captain Hedge Fleet in the Storm Garden signing out. I'll see you in the next stream / video I do. Good day, people.